You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, this is SoapDirt.com, and we are going to be talking about Days of Our Lives today. Specifically, fans are asking, is Kate Roberts really dead on Days? It seemed dire. Bo Brady was ordered to shoot her by his boss, that's in quotes, Megan Hathaway, and he took Kate outside to do just that. And the last we saw, after Kate tried to talk him down, tried to remind him who he is and about his loved ones, there was a gunshot. But we never saw the gun pointed at her. Like literally, we never saw a smoking gun. We never saw Kate's body on the ground. And so that's a very relevant question. Is Kate Roberts dead on the Peacock soap, or is she going to come back from the great beyond for the second time within the past few months? Now, if you didn't know it, Kate has been in Salem since 1993. That is 30 years on the soap. And the originator of the role was Deborah Adair, but after 3 years, Lauren Koslow took over the role in 1996, and she has been playing the role now for close to 27 years. So she is integral to the fabric of Salem and one of the most divalicious dames on Days of Our Lives. So certainly it would be great if she was alive and was going to come back to us. And there's a lot of reasons to be hopeful. First and foremost is the fact that Kate has cheated death a couple of times before. If you think back to 2019, I don't know if you remember this or not, but Vivian Alamain shot Kate twice in the chest and then shoved her into a grave and buried her alive. Well, lo and behold, Kate dug her way out of that grave, and still looking kind of fabulous, she staggered her way into the hospital to get the emergency care that she needed. And Vivian found out and was furious, so Vivian put on a mask and she snuck into the hospital and she tried to finish what she started, and she put a pillow over Kate Roberts' face and tried to smother her on Days of Our Lives. That incident, which Kate survived, put her into a coma and she was on a ventilator. Even so, she came back from all of that. So she came back from the shooting, she came back from the attempt to suffocate her, and she came back from the coma and got off the ventilator and rebuilt her life. At the time, Lauren Koslow told Soap Opera Digest about Kate Roberts that Kate is the ultimate survivor and is determined. So just a few years ago, she went through this life or death dilemma, and she came back after major trauma. Then, late last year, in December 2022, the virus swept her away from Roman Brady, and everybody thought that Kate and Marlena Evans and Kayla Brady all died because the orchid went missing. And of course, it turned out that Megan Hathaway had the orchid, and she was wanting to use it to cure Bo Brady and to make an anti-aging serum so that she and Bo could be young and happy forever. Of course, Megan Hathaway is nutty as a bag of pecans. So right now, Megan truly thinks that Kate is dead. And Marlena Evans is now back in Salem, and she told everybody that she really thinks that Kate is dead. And while she didn't want to say exactly what happened, she said basically that Kate was defiant of Megan's rules and that Megan took her life. Of course, that may or may not be true. And right now, Kayla Brady is off with her brother Bo Brady, and they are in Greece on a goat farm, and he's got these dastardly plans. Right now, the only person that knows if Kate is dead or alive is Kate herself and Bo Brady, because he was the one tasked by Megan to murder her. And we know towards the end of Bo's interactions with Megan that he had turned on her. But at the point where he came in and Kate had attacked and knocked Megan out, he was still grappling to get control of himself back from Megan. And so he turned on Kate and hauled her out of the lab, seemingly intent on following through with Megan's order to kill her. But once they were outside of the lab area on the little island, Kate Roberts tried to remind him of his family back in Salem and how everybody was going to be excited that he was alive. But the bottom line is we still heard the gunshot. We didn't see her get shot, but we saw the gunshot. And it's very important to question whether or not Bo Brady, even not being in his right mind, would actually shoot Kate Roberts. They have a lot of overlapping people that love them both, and they are family. And that is a very big deal. For instance, Bo was once married to her daughter, Billie Reed. In fact, he married her twice. So Kate is his former mother-in-law. Plus, he is her brother-in-law because he is a half-brother to Roman Brady, who is currently married to Kate. So there is a lot of history there, and it seems pretty fair that Bo probably heard what she was saying. Even though he recently told Kayla that he doesn't care about family and he wants to move on to this new life, he wants to carve out for himself as a Kiriakis instead of a Brady, it still seems like a real long shot that he would have murdered her. But that leaves us with the question of, if Kate Roberts is not dead, then where in the heck is she? Because at the time of this shooting incident, then Bo, right after that, basically he grabbed his sister, he grabbed Kayla, and they ran off together. And Megan was captured. She's in ISA custody. They went through the compound there, but maybe Kate had been disabled by Bo. Maybe he left her tied up so she couldn't run back and try to do anything else to Megan or to make trouble for him. You know, maybe she ran off, hit her head, maybe she's collapsed on the island, or maybe she just ran for her life and she's working her way back to Salem. Maybe she will stagger back into the hospital in Salem like she did back in 2019 looking for help. So if you are wondering, is Kate Roberts really dead on Days of Our Lives? I believe that the solid money is that she is alive and well. Roman finally knows that the urn that he's been talking to was not the ashes of Kate. It was a goat. So I don't think we're going to see any more of that, but I don't think he is going to have to eulogize her again. It seems like only a matter of time before we see Lauren Koslow back on screen. We find out that Bo let her go and what happened on her journey to get back home to Salem. Thanks for listening. Be sure to come back to SoapDirt.com all the time for tons of Days of Our Lives spoilers, news, and updates. Be sure to keep an eye on our Soap Spoilers podcast on Spotify and other streaming platforms, and also check our YouTube channel for all the latest Days of Our Lives videos. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.